Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a chai spice banana bread with a maple cream cheese frosting. That just sounds so good. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have all my ingredients here. I will list the recipe down below, so follow along with me. We're going to go ahead and start off with mashing 3 very ripe bananas. I think these are very much ready for this recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Honestly, this is a really annoying part for me, just because I get really tired, but oh well. This recipe is going to have brown butter, so I have already gone ahead and browned the butter. Browning butter is really easy as long as you just kind of don't let it burn. So I had put it on the stovetop for about 10 minutes on low to medium heat, and that really just helps it kind of start bubbling up, and it smells so good. Like, if you've never made anything with brown butter, I highly recommend doing it. I think it just enhances the flavor and it's just so yummy. So these bananas are very mashed, as you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and add the brown butter now. Here we have half a cup of unsalted brown butter, and you can see, just look at that beautiful color. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. A lot of people mistake brown butter and think that it's burned. It's not burned. I actually don't know why it looks like this, so. I don't know why, like, you can see that it has this, like, these little specks. Their goal is not to burn it. So as soon as you see the butter start getting a kind of light caramel color, that's when you want to take it off the heat and just kind of keep whisking. It smells really good. I'm gonna go ahead and mix these together. We're gonna first start off with our wet ingredients, and then we're gonna move on to our dry ingredients. The recipe is fairly short, mainly because a lot of the flavor does come from the bananas, the brown butter, the vanilla that we're going to be putting in there. But I really also want to add in a beautiful chai spice flavor. So we're going to also make some chai spice together. So as I mentioned, we are going to be doing the wet ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1 egg. And then we will also be adding a 4th cup of whole milk. This is room temperature. I would suggest at least trying to get a majority of your ingredients to room temperature, because I do think that it changes the consistency of whatever you're making. A 4th, oh, I got a half. I don't need a half, I need a 4th. I was gonna measure with my cups, but this one has metric measurements, and I think I wanna try that. Something about measuring with grams just feels better. It feels safer. So we're gonna go ahead and measure 60 grams of milk. I zeroed out my scale. Usually I wait for the scale to like move. 60, okay, perfect. All our wet ingredients are incorporated, and now we're gonna move on to our dry ingredients. So for the dry ingredients, we are going to be using 250 grams of all-purpose flour. Again, I'm gonna be using my scale because I think it's the most reliable in terms of cooking. So we're gonna go ahead and mix that. Turn the scale on. Okay, we have hit 250 grams, so we're gonna go ahead and mix this together. The next thing that we're gonna go ahead and do is make our chai spice mix. So I have never made chai spice mix before, but it seems fairly easy. It's just a bunch of different spices. It's cardamom, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. I didn't have allspice on me, so I asked my boyfriend to go buy it. So thankfully he went ahead and did that, and we're gonna go ahead and put it together. So I'm just gonna kind of do this or mix this, but not too much, because I still have other things that I want to incorporate. And now we're gonna go ahead and make the chai spice. Making our homemade chai spice mix now. We are using 6 different spices. We are using ground cinnamon, ground ginger, ground cardamom, ground allspice, ground cloves, and ground nutmeg. So a lot of different spices, but I think that's kind of the beauty of what this is going to be, because I just really want this banana bread to be very flavorful. So we're gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. And like I said, the recipe is going to be linked down below. And in that recipe is also a recipe on how to make the chai spice mix. So we'll do 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. I kind of need to label myself a little bit better. But 2 tablespoons, and teaspoons. Oh my gosh, ginger is very heavy, so I can't imagine going overboard on the ginger. So we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of this. And then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom, which I need some more of. I have very little, but thankfully I have some. And we're only using 1 teaspoon of this, which is good. I'm trying to like gather the rest. Ooh, okay. 1 teaspoon of cardamom, half a teaspoon of ground allspice. So I actually don't know what allspice is. I just know that it's needed for this recipe. So I hope it's good. I'm curious like how it smells also. I have to take this off. Ooh, that's strong. That's really strong. It gives me like, sorry, I'm preheating my oven. It gives me Christmas. Like no, not gingerbread. I don't know what it gives, but it's really interesting. I just realized I tore this off and I wasn't supposed to tear it off. I was supposed to like, this is one of those things where you lift it. I just completely took it off. I think because I was so excited to use it. But anyways, okay. Half a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of ground cloves. Oh, I don't think I've ever opened, oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever opened this. It looks brand new. Hold on, we're gonna do this off camera. Ow. That hurt. Oh my God, I can't open this. I can't do it. I can't do it. That makes me so sad. Well, anyways, okay, no, I can't do it. We're gonna skip the cloves, sadly, but let's go ahead and just move on to the ground nutmeg. So we're gonna do half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Where's my half a teaspoon? I'm always losing my stuff. Half a teaspoon, oh, here you go. Okay, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Yeah, I'm really sad that the cloves didn't work out. So, should we try it one more time? I think we should, in case, like, oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. You have to get it when it least expects it. The jar knows that you're scared, that you're feeling this way, that you're weak. Ooh, that's strong. That actually smells similar to the allspice. I'm so happy I got this open. Okay. It was, I think this is brand new. I don't know. Spices, all our spices together. I'm gonna mix that up really quick. Just give it looks so pretty. I shouldn't have done it with the fork. I don't like the sound it's making. It is this beautiful brown color. It looks like cinnamon. It smells like chai. That's, oh wow, that smells so nice. I wish you guys could smell it, but that's her. So we went ahead and mixed that. I just need to see what other ingredients I need to implement. So we can go ahead and keep going. I just realized I didn't implement or put brown sugar, and I should have. I'm curious like what other people's thoughts are now, because brown sugar, when you're measuring it with a cup, I know it's supposed to be packed, but how do you do it when it's grams? Do you get me? Because when you're pouring it out, it's not packed. So I don't know, for security, safety, I'm gonna get a cup because it's calling for 1 cup of the brown sugar. I'm ready, ow. Okay, cup of that. You see that was 188 grams. I think what I'm gonna do, okay, 203. Nobody's gonna die if we have a tad bit more brown sugar. So we're gonna do that. I can't believe I forgot to mix it in. I'm gonna go ahead and put our chai spice also. If you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my iPad, because my iPad has the ingredients. So let's see. The last couple of things that we need is some baking powder, some salt, and some chocolate chips. I will not be putting chocolate chips in this recipe, really, because I want the main focus here to be the chai. I want us to taste the chai mixed with the banana, and chocolate chips are great. I just don't want to include it. So we're gonna go ahead and implement 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So I have 1 teaspoon here. Baking powder, just double checking. 1.5. And half a teaspoon of salt. What's interesting is that this recipe doesn't call for vanilla. I think I'm gonna put at least a teaspoon of vanilla, just to, who doesn't like vanilla? As for the salt, we have these very fancy ones. Just eyeing it. Was it too much, baby? Was it too little? Who knows? Okay, we are gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla. It's not in the recipe, but I am gonna go ahead and add it. Just for, I like vanilla. So now we're gonna go ahead and implement all these recipes, or sorry, I don't know why I said that. We're gonna mix all these ingredients together. It's gonna be very thick, I can already tell. This looks so good. Look at the color of this. This beautiful brown color. I'm loving it, I'm loving it. It looks so pretty, it smells so nice. Okay. That is done. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my workstation. Oven is already preheated. So what I'm going to do is, I really wanna clean this up first because having all of this in my vicinity overwhelms me. So we're gonna clean it up. I've gone ahead and put my parchment paper inside a loaf pan. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a loaf pan or a cake pan, but I think I'm gonna try the loaf. I mean, I feel like a loaf is for pumpkin bread. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyways, I am gonna do a loaf and I'm gonna put this entire thing in here and we're gonna see how big it comes out. I feel like I'm holding it in the most awkward way ever. Okay, that's a little bit better. I have a little bit more control. This is such a beautiful color. I'm in love with it. And I love how it smells. This thing's gonna be thick. It's gonna be huge. So I'm very excited for this. It's how she looks right now. And she's gonna look beautiful after she gets out of the oven. It's gonna be in the oven for a while though. It says here for 65 minutes, I think. 65 to 70 minutes on 350. It is a long time, but I hope for a good reason. We'll find out. Okay, friends, the banana bread is fresh out of the oven, and might I say, gorgeous. Like that beautiful scorch down the middle. I love it so much. She's everything I wanted and more. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool down. And I'm also going to let some cream cheese frosting that I've already made. This is leftovers from another recipe that I have, and I can go ahead and link that down below as well. But the only thing that I'm gonna add to this cream cheese frosting is about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, because I really think that the maple syrup cream cheese frosting is gonna incorporate well with this chai banana bread. So let everything cool down and then we'll put it together afterwards. Okay friends, this concludes our chai banana bread maple cream cheese frosting. Such a bountiful recipe, tutorial, video, whatever you want to call it. But I just want to show you how beautiful this came out. So I added some cinnamon on top. I'm not a fan of how it came out, nor the frosting. I wish I kind of like thought of how to frost it better. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and stay tuned for more.